So, Manchester United, not doing well now. We've said this a million times on these videos, but there is a protest that is going to happen at the weekend as they face one of their previous title rivals. Remember Manchester United and Arsenal in the early days of the Premier League? Not the early days, but the mid-early days, you know, Wenger v Ferguson, one of the great rivals in the Premier League. I don't think we've got close to that level of rivalry since then, really. You know, City, Liverpool, it's all right, but, you know, even peak Klopp and Guardiola had nothing on Wenger and Ferguson back in the day. That was peak prime Premier League back then. But the fortunes of these two clubs, I mean, Arsenal fans are complaining about their club and lack of silverware, which I do understand, but, you know, it's real chalk and cheese between these two sides now. And if you're going on pure form at the moment, Arsenal are probably going to absolutely smash Manchester United, not least because they smashed PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League this midweek as well. And Manchester United, at the time of recording, depending on when you watch this, it may have already happened, but they've obviously got a trip over to Real Sociedad in the Europa League on Thursday, so they'll be even less fresh. They've got an injury crisis, and frankly, their form is absolute trash at the moment. So let's have a look, because understandably, Manchester United fans are wanting to protest, and here's how they're going to do it this weekend. Full article on thefootballchronicle.com as always. Manchester United fans are set to make a stark statement this Sunday, with the 1958 supporters group urging matchgoers to wear black for their Premier League showdown against Arsenal at Old Trafford, symbolising a club they claim is slowly dying under the Glazer family's ownership. The call comes amid mounting frustrations over United's direction, both on and off the pitch, as financial strains deepen and a wretched season unfolds. Last September, United posted a £113 million net loss for the 2023-24 season, with February figures revealing a £14.5 million payout to sacked manager Erik ten Hag, his staff, and ex-sporting director Schwiff. Debt interest payments hit £18.8 million over 6 months. Since Sir Jim Ratcliffe's Ineos Group took a 27.7% stake last February, cost cutting has bitten hard. Ticket prices are now a flat £66 regardless of age, and redundancies have rolled out in waves. The club is slowly dying before our eyes on and off the pitch, and the blame lies squarely at the current ownership model, the 1958 supporters group Steve Crompton said in a Tuesday release. The club is facing financial Armageddon. Debt is the road to ruin. Sir Matt Busby would be turning in his grave at the current plight of one of the world's greatest football institutions, which is being brought to his knees and in many ways becoming a laughing stock. That is an understatement, if anything. Ruben Amorim's October arrival hasn't stemmed the tide. If anything, to be honest, it's kind of amplified it. Sunday's FA Cup exit to Fulham on penalties only sharpened the gloom. The club is going backwards, and it's likely to get even worse, the group's statement added. We urge fans to rise up, unite and join us at 3 p.m. on Sunday as we march to the ground and protest against the despised Glazers and the club's deliberate assault on fan culture. The Glazers' 2005 leveraged buyout saddled United, a once debt-free giant, with over £500 million in debt, igniting fan fury that has burned ever since. It is the second straight week of protests following last Sunday's ticket price backlash against Fulham, alongside the Football Supporters Association. I mean, that sums it up better than I ever could, really. It is a very sad state of affairs, both on and off the pitch, and unfortunately doesn't really show many signs of getting better, to be honest. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I mean, I think in the long term things will probably improve, but it just seems to be getting worse and worse. They had their worst Premier League finish of 8th last season. This season they're on 14th, I think. They're down there in the teens anyway. And yes, they could recover up to 8th by the end of the season, but time is running out. Time is very much running out on that front. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And when you look over at the other side of Manchester, even though Man City are having a terrible season by their standards. They could easily end up with a top 4 finish and an FA Cup to their name. Man United, the best they can really hope for is to win the Europa League and somehow scrape into the Champions League as a result of that. They're not going to get there on league merit. I severely doubt get into Europe unless they win the Europa League. That is the only way they can do it. And even that is going to be tough. There's some decent sides in there that are at least of the quality of the teams that are beating them at Old Trafford every now and again. So your thoughts in the comments below, guys. Are you going to the match? Are you going to take part in this protest? Is this all a bit dramatic? I don't think it's dramatic. I think it's more than fair, to be honest. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below as always, and we'll see you soon for some more football content here on thefootballchronicle.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, and we'll see you soon, guys. Have a great day ahead.